Hello, Idiotic Mage here. Today we are going to be making an XP farm slash mob grinder, because once I'm done with experience I'll just get the spiders. This is a cave spider spawner, by the way. I'll get the spiders to just die when I'm not here, or rather when I don't need the experience. So I've cleared out a bit of an area so that I can put water down, but first I want to get the area ready before I actually use any water. So I've cleared a 9x9 hole underneath it with 2 blocks in between the spawner and this level here. The water is going to run from this wall towards the middle, and then there's going to be water going down from this end to here. And I'm going to have signs coming all the way along this length to make sure that the water doesn't actually flow from here into the channel, so then the water going from here will just keep on going without being overflowed or ruining the flow of the water, and it'll push all the spiders where I want them to go. So I'm going to be building a bit of a roof over this later on, but first we want the signs. So I forgot the wood. Right, so we'll go back and get some wood. Where's home? Over there. And while we're at it, I'll go make some buckets. This is just the first mob spawner I'm going to make today. Well, mob farmer rather. The other one is going to be more of a spawner than using that spawner over there, just because it's fairly easily accessible. But the other spawner I'm going to make, farm, whatever, is going to be right in the air, out of a lot of cobblestone and water, and that is just going to be purely for farming mob drops. Although if I use water to slow down their fall, because this is going to be a mob trap where basically they just fall to their death, if I use water to slow their fall, then using the vile sword and soul shards I could kill enough to make a spawner. Right, why am I down here? I don't need to be down here. What I need is some wood. Right, how much do we have? Let's have a look. 15. That should be okay. And then we need some iron. So let's make 2 buckets. And that should be all we need. That's why I came down here. I have bees. Right, so we'll put all of these away. And we'll go back to the mob spawner. You may have seen the pig spawning eggs in my inventory. The reason I have those is because I accidentally deleted my inventory by typing in clear, which was a mistake. So I managed to lose a soul shard that had 106, possibly 100, a bit more than 100. I think it might have been 126 pigs that had been killed. That's a lot of effort to lose out on. So I spawned those eggs in just so that I can get back to the point where I was, because I don't really want to be wasting that much effort. Right, do we need that many? We need one more stick. Right, so first we'll press B on there to balance it out. Oh, no, we don't need one more stick. That is plenty. That's new. I always thought that made one sign, not three. Right, we're getting to night time, so ideally I should put a light on top of that. No. Oh well. We'll deal with it as we need to. Done. 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 Walk backwards. Done. And stop dying. There we go. Oh, poo. That's dangerous. Right, we'll just set it to daytime so we can carry on building this without being attacked. Huh. Okay, something weird is happening here. Ah, there we go. I just pressed the wrong button. Like a genius. Right, so more signs. And one more, I think. And we are done. Right, so that's all I'm going to do for signs. We have more than we need, but that's just because the recipe makes more than I would have thought originally. So, water now. And where's the other bucket? There we go. Done. That side is done, and as you can see the sign stopped the water, so this run is all clear. Now we'll just fill this side up. And I think that's all done. There we go. Now I have water run this way. And how far does this go? Here. Okay. So we'll dig down from here. Not that far down. Right, so now we're going to make some steps after killing this zombie villager. Okay, that was weird. So we'll make some steps so then we can get the spiders to climb without using a without like properly using a water elevator. Generally that's how you'd get most mobs done, but spiders, they don't like those, especially cave spiders, because they're only one block tall. So instead we'll use stairs. They'll climb up the stairs as if walking, and that should solve the problem. Right, so we'll put the stairs here, and then we do want more signs. A sign here, done. We'll fill in this. We'll have more steps here, and a sign here, done. And then fill that in. And in this spot, this empty spot here, we'll put some more water. and this will get the spiders walking where we want them to. So now this can all be covered over, torches taken off. There we go. Right, now so let's see. We need this covered over. That will go there. Right, now I'm going to make a fence post. Let's see. That is enough. We have some fence posts. So if we put a fence post by here, where is the dirt? There it is. That can be done, that can be done. There, now the spiders can only come up by here, and this fence post will stop them climbing out and be able to attack easily. Right, so I'm going to dig a bit of a hole down here, and this will let us get all the items that are dropped by the spiders. And we'll put some torches around, so then nothing should spawn around here. This line I'm putting torches along is going to be the outside of the room. And I'll put some more torches on the roof. Right, so let's see, this is the level of the roof, of the spawner rather. So we'll make sure we go 2 blocks above that to give plenty of space for spawning. One, two. We're okay by here. It's handy. And then we'll just go up 1 more. So then there's space for 2 blocks on top of the spawner. You're going to want to put blocks on top of the spawner, so then anything that spawns in there will just drop straight into the water rather than just sitting on top of the spawner, which would slow down your farm's grind rate. So the whole thing behind this is this room has 8 blocks to each side around the spawner, which is the space that the spawner will spawn into. Like, spiders will spawn within 8 blocks. If there's more than a certain amount of spiders, I think it's 4, within that 8 block area, then no more will spawn, which is why we have the water. And with the water pushing them out of the way, it lets more spiders spawn. And that point over there where we have the fence post and the little channel taking the spiders away, that is within 16 blocks of the spawner, because that's the limit from which spiders will actually spawn while you're in the area. You can be within any 16 block radius and it will just keep on spawning. So we're nearly done now with this farm. We'll light up the roof, so then not too much should spawn on top. I think we'll put some fences on there as well, just to make sure that if anything does spawn on the roof, it's not going to drop off one of these edges and surprise us. Right, and then there's 1, 2 on top of there, and as you can hear, spiders are already starting to spawn. So that should be dark enough in there. We'll put a light on each corner and then sort of spread them around a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be the middle. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4, 5. Okay. That should light up the roof enough so that we shouldn't have any problems. Let's see, fence posts. We'll just make the rest of this into fence posts. B in the pocket crafting table balances everything out. I love that feature, by the way. 17. That's not going to be enough. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Wait until we have more wood. But if we go over here, see how many spiders are coming. Okay, we've got a few. Obviously, because I was on top of the roof, they could kind of sense me through the wall. Oh, I'm missing water. Oh well. Let's just kill them all, kill them all. And if we go down here, picked everything up. And there we go. Experiences as well. Right, so as I leave here, obviously the monsters will slowly despawn. And I'll leave that for now because I want to go back and make a couple of pistons. Because if we put some water in that channel leading up towards the fence post, then that'll push every spider directly into that one block space. And then if we put a piston down there, we can use that piston to shut off the water and prevent any more spiders coming through while we actually start killing them all. So let's see, an iron. Where is the redstone? One redstone. And yes, of course, I got rid of all the wood. Right, so we'll just put all of that in there and have something to cook in here. No doubt. Let's go. Right, so it went in here. First of all, let's dump the mud here. There we go. And turn that into wood. And we'll make the piston. Redstone went into there. While these bags are good for when you're mining, when you're not mining they're a bit of a pain. Just because if you're taking something out of a barrel, obviously the barrel just spits it onto the ground. And when you pick it up, it just automatically goes back into these bags. So it's a bit annoying, really. But well, let's say we just do that. Put them somewhere else while you're making stuff, and it's not a problem. Right, one more piston. I don't know why I'm making two, but we're there now, so never mind. And then we want, well, we'll make a lever so then we can decide when we want it on or off. Right, there we go. And what do we have left? Some wood. Right, so this sticks in there, and stick the sign in here, other sticks in here. Oh yes, that reminds me. This is going to be interesting. Right, So just dig a temporary pig pen and spawn. So that's pretty much pig jam. Da 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 da. Lots and lots of bacons. Oh, and that was only half of the pigs. Right, we need to eat. There we go. There we go. And now the other 64. Nearly done. And then more killing. Provided the sword holds up. Well, whatever's left I can leave in here till later. Till I make another sword. There we go. Nice little buggers. Right, there we go. Okay. So the rest can be left until a later date. You escaped. Well, you're not going to contribute, but you'll still make some nice food. Right, so we want some more gold. Do we have any one corrupted essence? We need 2. Right, so 1 glowstone, 1 soul sand, burn up soul sand. Oh, yes, we needed more pork. Right, so 229 pigs. How did that happen? Okay, right, the rest of those pigs are useless. We'll just kill them with the proper sword and throw away all the pork. Right, there's 1 stack in there, so any more than that will just be thrown away. So then I was just making up for what I lost. Come on. There, right. This hole I'll patch up later with proper stone. And we need... There we go, vile dust, glowstone, vile dust, corrupted essence. Do we have gold? That's brass, okay. So we'll have to pulverize some for another sword. Right, stick you in there. Do we have any pulverized gold? 1, okay. Right, well that can wait. First we need to see how much. Right, so 61 to be thrown away. Well, we'll throw away the 63 here instead. I forgot to take that out, didn't I? Right, so string goes in there, rotten flesh, spider eye. We'll put the charcoal in there with the rest for now. What else was I doing? Right, so that can go in there for now. Actually, since it's night time, we'll go sleep and take the corrupted essence down there as well. So we have the 2 corrupted essence we need for the 2 gold for the sword to make corrupted ingots. Sleep and then get on with the spider spawner trap. So piston, lever. We'll get the bags that are left in here. And where is their lava? Over here, I think. Oh, volcano. Let's go. Chuck these pork chops into the volcano. Ooh. Die. And some XP balls. Ooh, bone. I love finding these. You always find the silly skeletons that didn't know to hide. Of course, it's better than finding skeletons under trees when they just snipe you from wherever. Right, let's see. Nope. I think we've been at this one before. Yes. I had to dig this pathway up. There we go. Nearly there. Oh, it's a big volcano. Oh, it's this one. Oh well, we'll chuck it down. And then just brick it up, and that should despawn later. Right, now to find a safe way down. I really should get the long fall boots from the portal mod. They're expensive, 2 diamonds and an obsidian, along with 6 iron, just for 1 boot, and you need to make 2. So that's 4 diamonds, 12 iron. But once you have them, you can drop from any height, drop any distance, and you won't take any damage. So that I could have just done a sprint jumping down, no pain. So that's definitely something that needs to be done. Right, as I've chucked away all the dirt, we'll just make the patches to this we need to with stone. And I still have buckets, good, good. Let's get some water. And munch on some pig. There we go. Right, so let's have a look. Oh dear. Die, 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 die. Right, for now we'll put that by there, so nothing can happen. Right, so we'll put the piston by here. And let's see, if I do that, does it work? Yes, okay. So let's put that by there. Dig that out quickly, put that across. Oh. You are dead. And put some water down by there. There we go. Right, so now can put that by there. I'll patch this up. And then this will just keep on pushing spiders here. Alright, so that's sorted. And then when you've had enough spiders, you push that across. And then you can just attack without any more coming in. Oh, that's okay. Right, so that's that spawner done. Farm. I keep on mixing up my words. Alright, we'll make the proper grinder now. Did that? Yes, it did, okay. Drop a block, and then that stops the water having a current. There we go. Right, so the other mob trap, kind of want some space for it. It's going to be quite tall, and we need some space around the ground to make a little holding pen if we do decide to kill with the vile sword to make soul shards. So I'll be back in a bit once I've cleared some space or found like a good area and got some supplies. Be back in a bit. Right, so I've cleared out this nice little area here. Plenty of room for if we want to have a little kill room down here for all the mobs. And I've got a little spot down here. This is where they're going to land. But for the moment I've got water here, so then when if I need to come down from all the way up there, I can just drop down the middle and land safely. So we're gonna take this up 22 blocks from there, so the one they land on will be the same height as this. They'll have dropped 22, so they won't quite be dead, but they'll be pretty easy to kill if they survive. Yeah, okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, oh, damn it. Okay, we'll go back down, lost count. We'll just look at the height in the corner instead. Right, so 70, so we need to go up to 92. That's a lot easier. $91, $92. Okay. So this is going to be where they drop down, and we'll put a block on each corner because we're going to go out from here. Right, so we're going to be building platforms that are 3 by 3. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Right, and while we're up here, I'm going to light it up so nothing can spawn up here. That's the last thing we want. To be surprised and knocked off of this. Right, so that's the second platform. And we're going to do 2 from each like central line kind of thing. So 2 platforms that way. Ah, that's 1. Oh, damn it. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 more for safety. So then we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And look, started to spawn stuff. Let's just have a look how many it is. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's 4. So 8 from the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then 2 there, 2 there, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was too much. Oh well. These two are going to drop to oblivion, or the ground, whichever one you prefer. And then hit. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works. And then yes, okay. Right, so this is our platform, and we're going to have these channels going between the platforms for monsters to drop down. And we're not far from done on this side. Need an extra one poking out, so we can kind of walk around a bit. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3. Doot 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 doot. So these platforms, when they're finished, we're going to have them 2 blocks high, so then the monsters, once falling into these channels, can't get back up onto them. And there are going to be slabs on the middle of the platforms, so then spiders don't spawn and clog up the whole system. And we're going to sort of build a wall around it, so nothing can fall off the edge, it can only fall down the middle. And we're going to have water running down these channels to push the monsters where we want them. So rather than just have you watching all the boring stuff, I'm going to skip to when I'm a bit further on. See you in a bit. Right, so that's the basic outline done. What we've got is, I've gone around each of these platforms building the start of the wall, and at each point where water is going to come from, the water source, there is a block over it, so then there's no still water for the monsters to just float about in. They're all going to be stuck in currents, and we just need to put the slabs on and then start building up the walls properly, which shouldn't take too long. Ah, missed a block. And each of these slabs is the center of one platform. So then we go 1, 2, just to make it easy because you can't reach 3. We go 2 up on the wall pretty much. That's the height of any mobs. We don't want to go 3 up because like, we don't want to have space on the platforms for Endermen to spawn. So it's only going to be 2 blocks, and then the roof is going to go over, which can also be the start of the next layer. And if I have enough supplies with me, I will carry on with the next layer. We'll sort of have this a 2 or even 3 tier drop spawner thing. The only problem with this thing is, if you don't have enough resources with you and you have to go back down, then getting up is a bit tricky, getting back up to the top, which is why generally when I'm doing one of these I'll have scaffolding with me. The only reason I didn't today is because I have the digger's backpack, which can store 15 stacks of cobblestone, so I knew I was going to have plenty to do the one layer. Right, so this is the wall. Now we're just going to do the ceiling, so one more block up. And it's just easier to follow the line of the wall for now. Sort of go across afterwards. Something I forgot to do is the water. We need to get the water running before I put the roof on. So whereas I start this usually with just 2 buckets because you can't really be hauling around a lot of buckets. So I start 1 water bucket there, 1 by there, block in between them, so that block in between them can act as your never-ending supply of water. And that was very silly. I managed to fall. That was the wrong place I took it from. Jesus! Bloody current. Right, so what I'm going to do to get back up, just plonk you by there, jump back up, and then you can just wash down to the ground. Right, so we have water here, we need water here. As you can see, each source has a block over the top so that nothing can sit in where it's just idle. Yeah, that worked. And then should only be 2 more after this. And when the water flows properly, you'll see that the current will run to the center and there will be no water at the center of the trap. Right, so that's all the water laid down. So now that is done, and as you can see, all the water flows stop by here. So anything that lands in the water will just be pushed straight to this hole. As you can see, obviously I haven't built the I haven't encased the opening yet. I'm planning to build it so that when they fall, they can just fall straight down to the center. As it is, if they fall through that, they'll just go all over the place. So that'll be a bit tricky. But we'll carry on with the roof now. And I like this style of trap pretty much for just mob drops and what have you. Just because once it's finished, it actually looks quite nice in the minimap. And once it is finished, I'll show you what it looks like in the full-size map, so you can see it properly. But now we just work on the ceiling, ideally without cocking up like that. And there we go. I generally do the these sections first because they kind of like extensions to the central area. But that's just like the way I think. I'm a bit weird like that at times. Okay. Hopefully those blocks will despawn soon. And we still have 3 full stacks of cobble without having gone into the digger's backpack yet. So there's a good chance I'll have enough to make a second floor. Not that I will. Before I do that, I'll go back and make scaffolding. And there's still the the column that the monsters are going to drop down in the centre. Oh, there we go. Right, I don't know whether it's just me being retarded, but I can't seem to avoid leaving blocks like that. Or whether it's just the server being a little laggy. Right, so once you've done, whether you're doing 1 floor or 5 floors or whatever, you're going to want to put torches on the roof. Now, you don't need to do as many as I'm doing, because I generally overkill with torches. But I've got like a set pattern I do. But generally, as long as the area's reasonably well lit, you should be okay. But I'm a bit obsessive with stuff like this. I want to be extra careful. So, as you can see, I overdo it. But I think the pattern looks nice from above. You can't see it from above because and we're not going to for a while because I can't fly. I don't have any flying items. Suppose I could pillar up. Right, let's have a look then. Not you. As you can see, it kind of looks pretty good. Or not, maybe you just think I'm a bit of a freak. You wouldn't be wrong. Right, so this should be dark enough, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down into here. Right, so I don't know whether the light is just because that is there. Oh well, let's drop down into the water. There we go. That's a quick way down. Ideally I should have done more than just the 1 pillar up. Oh well, let's see if we can land in it again. Ooh, that was dangerous. At least this time we can definitely make it to the centre. And it's getting dark. Fantastic. Right, best eat so I can heal up as much as I can before I try that again. But as you can see, it didn't kill me from the 1 drop. True, I do have armor on, but it still was a close call. So mobs with armor might have a bit more health, as is reasonable. Ah, wrong way. Right, let's get rid of that one. And then drop down into water. And on the final bit I'm going to make sure that there's space enough for me to climb out of the water from the inside. Drop safely. Oh, there's still a fair bit of light in there. Well, as you build more layers up, that won't be a problem. It generally only happens on the first layer. That I don't know whether it's just my game or whether that will happen because of the slabs or some kind of lighting bug. I don't know. But generally, doing this drop trap, which is what I've decided to call it, there will be a bit too much light up here. As you can see, it's very easy to see what's going on. And I haven't missed any torches, I know that, because I only had 4. And they were right in the centre here. So, I don't know entirely what it is, but as you put more layers on, it will decrease the light levels and you will get more spawns. So it's not a problem. Right, so now what we're going to do is we have the 2 full buckets, so that's not needed, and we'll just leave it like that. So then, as monsters drop, they can't get out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so as monsters drop down this central column, they will land on here, they'll take a bit of damage, and they won't be able to get out. Obviously cave spiders aren't going to spawn there, so that's not a problem. Oh, you are though. Ha! Don't blow up. Oh, thank God. Right, so yeah, cave spiders are the only thing that would likely to be able to get through there, and they're not going to be a problem because there's no spawner up there. And this is nicely lit now. I think we will put a waypoint on there. Drop trap. Right, so we've had 2 different kind of mob farms now. And oh yes, that reminds me. If you decided you wanted to keep the monsters alive, the easiest way to do that would be to plonk a water where that torch is and put a sign down by here to stop the water dropping, and then you'd just dig away these 2 and they'd be able to walk through here to wherever you decided you wanted them to go. You could just keep them in a small pen so that it would be easy to kill them, or you could do all sorts of things. One thing I found out very recently is the Zycraft crystals actually cause damage, which I hadn't realised up until very recently. So that's an interesting thing for building some kind of mob farm where you're just interested in mob drops. No! Oh, bum cakes. Right, we'll patch this up when it's daytime. Although I'd like to find an Enderman, well, more than one. But I need some Ender Pearls. Right, well, thank you for watching this episode. I hope it's been somewhat useful. Even if it's just something to laugh at. Thanks for watching. Bye.